Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jenny Jaguar, and you are now in the Jaguar's Den. So this space is dedicated to anyone on a path of deep healing, intuitive awakening, and overcoming karmic cycles or toxic habits that seem damn near impossible to heal. Now today I am doing a bonus reading for my Virgos. And this is a shadow reading. So, Pisces has been uploading since yesterday. So that got a little deep. So hopefully I'll learn from my mistakes from that one and take it a little bit slower for this one. So yeah, the way this is going to go for the shadow reading, I have a shadow deck for shadow work, and what's going to happen, I'm just going to ask Spirit what current issues is Spirit currently asking you to heal from, because at any given season in our life, Spirit is asking us to heal from something. So for today, whatever comes out, we're going to ask, and then we're going to figure out how are these traits or issues, how are these issues affecting your relationships and your career. And since this is a bonus reading, I am going to do a spread to see in how this situation may be coming up in your current life. Okay, so this is bonus for the other signs. What is it? I'm only doing this for the water and earth signs. So for the air and fire signs, I'm not going to do like a real case scenario to get more insight on who this could be for. I mean, it's a very small channel. Y'all don't really like these videos. Y'all don't really watch these videos, so it's really just practice for me. But if you get anything from it, let me know. If you want me to pick up on your energy, drop a Jaguar in the comments, subscribe. Please don't share. I feel like this shadow work reading can easily be manipulated and have a lot of toxic people come into it. So let's just keep the community small. Let's let the YouTube algorithm intuitively connect to whoever it's supposed to. But yeah, we're not trying to get that toxic shit over here. Okay. We are trying to learn our toxic traits so we can heal and get out of these karmic cycles. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. Virgo. I had already cleansed the cards before I started. So Holy Spirit, can you give us insight on what my Virgos are currently needing to heal from? What are my Virgos currently needing to address right now? Or what issues do my Virgos currently need to address by doing shadow work? I don't know. I need to do a blog post on how to do shadow work. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be quick. I don't know, it feels like technology has just been really, really hard on me lately. But anywho, it's not about me, it's about you. My Virgos, what do my Virgos need to heal? So this is so in line with Virgos, because Virgos are the ones that are just so meticulous, need to have everything, every detail considered. So I can see this already. It's at the bottom of the deck. So at the bottom of the deck, whatever these two issues are, Virgo, I'm assuming, since this card is at the bottom of the deck, this is the overarching issue that these two are stemming from. And it says forgiveness sets you free, release, unhooking, and peace. Now, getting into it, first card that came out says fixing isn't healing. So issues can be boundaries, self-focus, and release. Now, maybe you are one of those people. Okay, so I'm saying this one or two ways. Either you're one of those people that is always trying to fix others, or you're one of those people that's always trying to fix themselves. Maybe you compare yourself to other people and you always find yourself trying to comparing yourself like, this person has that. How do other people gauge them compared to me? And then you try to fix yourself up to align more with whatever you see is getting more attention. That's what I'm getting from the self-focus part. What is that? What is this? Seeing how the sculpture, the painter, the sculpture is always working on, he's like focusing really hard on this sculpture, but as you can see, the sculpture's brain is just like fizzling. So maybe if you're pouring yourself into other people, maybe you're doing so in a way to where the people aren't really, it's like they're appreciating it, but maybe it's like going over their head. So either they are becoming resentful of the help that you give them, and maybe they'll try to push you away, and it's like, why is this person so helpful? Like, ugh. Or if it's coming to boundaries, yeah, that's the only way I can see it for boundaries, because otherwise maybe if you don't see the boundaries between constantly fixing and imperfections, because when it comes to like healing and like if you're constantly focused on trying to fix something, then you constantly see yourself as unhealed. But if you see yourself as healed and well already, then the solutions will come to you. So you don't have to chase and try this and that. Like, you have to change your mindset. And remember, like, manifesting is like having the feeling or the belief come before the physical manifestation. So what is that? That's what faith is. Okay, faith is substance of what we hope for, the something that we cannot see, or knowing of something we can't see. Don't quote me, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, fixing isn't healing. Hopefully, if any of that resonates, let me know. If not, whatever. Like, if any of this resonates. But anywho, next card. It says you are worthy by being. Inherent value, enoughness, identity. And there's a person meditating under a tree, and they have stars or a galaxy in their heart area, and it's coming up around their head and into the sky. And that is like, this is showing me like maybe you are forgetting your connectedness to everything, like the idea that you are already one with worthiness. So you are already connected to what you want. What you want wants you. So if you see yourself as not worthy, not having whatever, then obviously it's going to keep not having. You're going to keep not having it. But if you see yourself as having it, and even what is it, the law of non-resistance, it's just like, okay, if it comes, if not, but I'm still happy now. The problem is that we put our happiness in the object that we're striving to get. What is that? In my other channel, I did a happiness reset blueprint that really like helps you shift your mindset. I'll put a link to that playlist if you need to learn how to shift your mindset, to learn how to be really happy and fulfilled without external circumstances needing to be a certain way. So you can be happy despite what's going on around you. And it's not like a fake happiness. It's like true in your heart. Whatever. It's just, look in the description box, happiness reset blueprint. All right. So just those two. Let's see. In 3 cards, can you tell me how this may be showing up in their relationships or career? I like to do either or because I'm going to get specific in the next 2 decks. Yeah. So in 3 cards, how might this be showing up in my Virgo's relationships or career? Okay. Maybe you've stepped away from certain friend groups and you don't know how to grow from that. What do you got? The 4 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. 777 could be something because a 4 and 3 equals a 7. Isn't Virgo the 7th zodiac? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay. Interesting. That might have something. Maybe you always feel like you're just one step away. You always feel like you're just one step away from something. What is this? Okay, so this is kind of looking like, do you find yourself replaying old relationships? Trying to figure out where you went wrong? And trying to figure out how to improve from that? You're always replaying certain scenarios, trying to think like, okay, what can I do to improve? What can I do to get better? So maybe every time after you get done hanging out with somebody or doing a group or presentation or something, or maybe if you do like social media or something, you make a post and then you constantly go back and like, okay, so how did that go? How can I edit this? And so you always try to tweak and edit. Yeah, with the planning and the Hermit, always trying to manipulate. Yeah, so you can be on top. It's like, oh yeah, it's like you want to be with the Justice and the Star. It's kind of giving me like you want to be, you want to create your own destiny. And granted, we do, but it's passively. What is this? Our conscious brain points, our subconscious brain attracts or grabs. So you have to use your intuition. So consciously you can say, okay, I want $1 million. All right. And so next thing you know, your subconscious starts gathering ways you can get that $1 million. Now, if you have a business, if you have funnels and stuff created so you can easily make $1 million, if you have the clientele, if you have the sales, whatever your business does, like if you have a way to make $1 million, then the universe will conspire to have you connect to the right people, do all of these things. But if you have unhealed aspects of yourself that does not believe it's possible, your unconscious self can bring you around those opportunities, and you could be swimming around a sea of opportunity and still feel like there is no opportunity around you. So this is why we're doing the shadow work here now. So, Spirit, can you tell me how this is showing up in relationships specifically? And I just showing up in relationships specifically. Expansion, high vibes, it's summer, frozen out in the cold. So maybe you have hot and cold relationships. Relationships, they start off real promising. They start off real hot and heavy, but then out of nowhere they go bad. I don't know. Time to celebrate. Yeah, maybe they always want to go out and maybe. Okay, so this is what I'm getting, Virgo. Could it be that you are always constantly trying to fix yourself because at one point in your life, you were around a group of people, things were nice, things were fun, they loved you when you were up, but then things fell on hard times, they were nowhere to be seen. They're like, oh man, sucks to be you. Like, okay, let me go do whatever else. And so then once you get back on your feet, then they come back again. And so now you probably have like this subconscious belief that if I don't have the job, the car, the clothes, or whatever, then I will not be accepted. Maybe you're made fun of as a kid when you're going through hard times. And you correlated going through hard times is not being worthy enough. But you are always worthy. You are worthy whether you have 10 fingers or 20 toes or 40 toes, I guess. I don't know what you get what I'm saying. Like you are all like your worth isn't dependent on what you have. It's dependent on who you are. Okay. So you are worthy just because you are a good, God-fearing or moral, upstanding person who doesn't seek to hurt other people. Okay. All right. If that resonates, let me know. I don't know. Let me know. That's just what I'm getting. I could be wrong, but let me know. Yeah. All right. So let's figure out how this may be affecting your work. Holy Spirit, how may this be affecting my Virgos in the workplace? How might this be affecting my Virgos in the workplace? Okay, let's just... All right. Holy Spirit, how might this be affecting my Virgos in the workplace? Anything else? One more. Okay. That you have to. I will take it this way. Excuse me. Okay, first one says raise your vibe. You raise your vibration and attract opportunities when you love your life and enjoy each day to the fullest. Maybe you go through the same cycle, same thingamabobber at work, and it's just like maybe around toxic people, annoying people. Maybe you just have a job that you don't really enjoy. Like I said before, you don't manifest a better job that way. Okay. I think it was the Pisces video that I was talking about. It was either the Pisces video or the Capricorn video that I just posted that I was talking about how I got a new job through manifesting. I don't know. It was one of my previous videos. I don't know, but basically I was just saying I was miserable at my job and I was wanting to leave. And so I knew that my mood determined what I attracted. So instead of just going in being mad and sad, I put a end date on when I wanted to leave, and I just started getting excited. So if anything made me mad, or if anything would usually make me frustrated and would usually remind me as to why I did not like working there, I just allowed it to excite me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. Like, I'm so glad that I'm leaving, because I don't have to deal with this anymore. I have a solution. Like, yay. Even though I did not know exactly what I had planned, I knew I was going somewhere. And so I literally just followed my intuition, and I ended up going to a better gym at a nicer location, more upscale. Okay. So when I say your mood determines everything, I mean that. So you got to manifest that stuff. Now, let's see. I have a blog post that talks about manifesting a miracle. Manifesting a miracle. Okay. Now, the next card says transform. If you want to break through your internal blocks and stop struggling, you have to do things differently than what you've been doing so far. That's pretty straightforward. What do you keep doing? What job do you keep working? Whose advice do you keep following that is not helpful anymore? Next one says believe. Say yes to believing in yourself and in your business vision. Move forward knowing that your success is assured. A lot of people don't move forward because they're always thinking like worst case scenario. A good thing to do is to be like, hey, what's the best case scenario for that? And then start behaving as if the best case scenario is the only case scenario that can happen. And create systems in place that prevent any other outcome to happen. And then just wait for your intuition to guide you after that. All right. Last one says listen. Listen to your intuition. Are you not following your intuition? But sometimes our intuition will guide us to do things that we are afraid to do because of past fears. And usually it's telling us to do that because deep down, we need to find evidence that our fears are false. And we can only find our fears are false is if we do exposure therapy. Okay. How do I not know that tossing a salad is bad? Until you get your salad tossed. You might like it, okay? All right. You never know. Okay. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. But I know a Virgo, she's freaky. So maybe I don't know. Anywho, back to y'all Virgos, whoever is watching in the YouTubeverse. Card at the bottom of the deck says inspire. When you become influential in your field, you inspire people to step into their own greatness because you rose to your own first. Virgo, are you destined to be some type of leader in your field, but you are too scared to step the fuck up? Virgo. Fellow Virgo, fellow Earth sign, recognize your power, okay? Stop that. All right. Let's take it on a positive note. Let's get some clarity. Let's get some clarity. We will get clarity how? Through the first deck, clarify life questions. So that was the first half. The second half, we are about to get some answers. Oh, this is the wrong way. So I'm going to start with the clarifying life questions deck, then do mind info, and then close it off with a spiritual message. We got one more reading in me this evening. Is that Virgo? Taurus is next. Yeah. All right. All right. Any messages for my Virgo? Help them clarify how to overcome these issues. Let's see if I can get two more. One or two more, please, Spirit. Spirit says, say less. Oh, these are some nice ones. Okay, so. Card at the bottom of the deck says duality dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. That is all I teach in my Stress Alchemy course. I have a group coaching program that is starting Labor Day, so you got plenty of time. But if you need help learning how to seek balance among the chaos, because that's honestly what I had to learn to do again and again and again and again in my life from a very young age. I basically show people how to overcome their fears while reducing symptoms of chronic stress, anxiety, depression, or chronic health issues while getting in the best shape of their life without sacrificing their career success or family time in the process. So if you want more information about that, there's links in the description box about that. But I do have one-on-one available for my Stress Alchemy course. Yeah. But anywho, back to you. First card. Oh, you have 6. Let me try to keep it quick because I only have 40 minutes to record. All right, so first one says roots of stability. It says ground yourself in what nurtures your being, establishing a stable base from which love and career can bloom. Yeah, because you can't really, it's kind of hard to stay at a job long term if it doesn't make you happy or fulfilled. Because over time, this is how you get those people with those chronic health issues and they just seem miserable. All right, next says, or they just look happy on the outside, but they're walking around with a void on the inside. Now, next one says, wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. So this sounds like an intuition type of thing, like open yourself up for divine guidance because the way you're going is not the way that it's supposed to be. Next says carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. Yeah, because you don't just go with the flow. You try to make your reality. I think that I was saying it earlier. After that, it says sculpture of self. Shape the sculpture of self. Yeah, wasn't it say something about identity? You didn't really have an identity. Yeah, you are worthy by being. Yeah. So it says shape the sculpture of self, honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing identity. Maybe you don't express yourself. You may wear a cute outfit or you may speak your mind or something, but are you expressing all aspects of yourself? The good, the bad, the ugly. And I'm not saying put it on display with the ugly cries. No, I'm not talking about that. Journaling out your emotions, journaling out your fears. I had a Reiki healer I would go to, and she told me to get 2 journals. One of my fears, so I could just write them all out and get them all out. Because honestly, when you read them, look at them and read them, you'll be like, hey, I mean, yeah, that's the worst case scenario, but best case scenario, I mean, I can still strive for that. All right. Next one says fantasy land. Make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. Yeah, so this is kind of like, I'm thinking relationships, and maybe you find yourself getting into relationships with like people that have potential, and you just realize like, oh, it's not that they don't have potential, they're just fuckboys, or they're just raggedy bitches that don't have their life together. There's no potential. Like you're too old at a certain age. Like you're too old for potential. You either got your shit together or you need to be alone so you can get your shit together. It's either or, you know. Last one says Grove of Unity. Bind energies in the unified sanctuary of the grove, fostering interconnectedness, harmony among all beings. So this sounds like I need to go in nature, go hiking, touch some grass, do some meditation or something. That'll probably do you some good. All right, so next I'm going to take a couple cards from the Mind Info Oracle deck. Spirit, any advice for my Virgos that will help them heal their shadow or help them with their shadow work? Any advice for my Virgos that will help them with their shadow work? Again, if any of this is resonating, please like, subscribe, or leave a jaguar in the comments. Say roar. It's some paw prints. Rawr. Like Scrappy put them paws on you. No, but if you plan on overcoming these issues. Okay. So you have 3 that came out. First one says receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. This comes along with feeling worthy. You need to, I'll put a blog post for affirmations. Okay. So you can learn how to release these things. Then again, I go over all of these things in my Stress Alchemy course. Like, I don't know. A lot of people just think like, oh, I just need to go to the gym. I just need to work out. But shadow work, like exercise is a good component of shadow work because it gets the emotions out of the body. That's why a lot of people, when they start exercising, things come up either mentally, emotionally, or in their exterior life. I have a blog post that talks about chakra imbalances and how injuries can happen because of chakra imbalances. And again, I go over all of this stuff in my Align and Thrive group coaching program in my Stress Alchemy course. Links are in the description. Anywho, back to you. I'm running late on time. It says you're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These can come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open to them. The next says believe. You're being asked to fully believe in yourself and your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside of you. This is the second time this is said, that Virgo, you're procrastinating on something that God, divine, is pushing you to do. So you put on your big Virgo britches, okay, and put your shoulder to the wheel. It says it's time for that idea that's lived inside of your heart to be brought into the world so others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life and you will do exactly that. So you need to receive, believe, and then presence. You're being asked to spend more time in the present moment, to stop ruminating about the past or longing for the future. Your life is happening right now, and when you're not present for it, you miss all of its beauty. So get out of your head, okay? So this is you trying to fix yourself. Get out of your head. Card at the bottom of the deck says celebrate. You're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that and so much more. So yeah, celebrating brings positive reinforcement, which will make you keep going towards your goal instead of quitting because you haven't made it that far yet. It's like, I haven't reached my goal yet, so let me just quit. Celebrate. Like, hey, I'm 10%. I'm 10% further than I was last year. Even if you get 10% every year, in 10 years, you would have made it 100%. And you know what? 10 years is a lot better than staying in whatever situation that you are currently unhappy in, regardless of how long it takes. All right. So I hope that helps. All right, Virgo, any messages from my spirit to close out this reading? Okay, Spirit, I'm only doing 3. Okay. I'm going to shuffle these and I'm reading 3. Okay. What 3? What 3, Spirit? I feel like I'm bullying Spirit, like, Spirit, don't you sit up here and. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3s and 6s and 7s. I think if you see that come out a lot, maybe that means something. I know 3. Look up the spiritual number meaning for that. Okay, first one says, if you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself why you are still there. Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you can do for your soul and your spirit. Be fierce, Virgo. Next says, be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception. So stop trying to stay around people who don't understand you. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power, Virgo. Last one says, what areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are areas you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it is necessary. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. Okay, I got a few minutes to try before this time's out. Next says, be clear about where you are putting your focus right now. Focus on your desired outcome. This has been coming out a lot. So you have everything within you to create the life of your dreams. Keep saying, write that in the comments. I've now focused on my desired outcome. I have everything within me to create the life of my dreams. Okay. If you have a hard time believing that, write that down in the comments. I now focus on my desired outcome. I have everything within me to create the life of my dreams. If you don't want to write in the comments, you want to be inconspicuous, write it in your phone, okay? Stop doubting yourself for once. This is your time. We've got you. Okay? Spirit's got you. All right. I think I'm just going to write these in the comments, these last messages. I got like 2 minutes left. Virgo, this is it. I hope this helps. I am rooting for you, boo-boo. Okay? All right. So I will see you next time. Take care.